But yeah, lunch was good. Hey, I'm Hallie, and on my channel I like to talk about lifestyle improvements, life hacks, and just helping create some kind of balance in life and the chaos of it all. And when your life is chaotic, the more, what do you want? Caffeine! So that's what today's video is about. Caffeine. Why you might just want to reel back on the amount of caffeine that you're taking. And I'm also going to be talking about how do you know you might have a problem? You might be addicted to caffeine. And 3, I will be talking about the process of being in control of your caffeine intake, aka most people just coffee. How you be in control of that coffee intake? All right, here we go. Some of you are picking up your cup and you're sipping right now. It's okay, let's talk about it. Put the coffee down. All right, why should you be in control of your caffeine intake? Why should you even consider a caffeine detox, aka coffee detox? Well, and if you are the type of person that wants to just have coffee or caffeine when you want it and not necessarily because you need it, you're dying on a daily basis, then keep on listening. And if you're still not convinced, well, let's just talk just for 2 seconds what caffeine does. Caffeine, just generally, I'm not a specialist, but after a lot of research and just looking up like, do I have a problem? Caffeine basically isn't like this magical pill. It's not like it's a can of energy and you have some. It's basically using what you already have in your body. The energy and the endorphins and the things that you have in your body to create the energy, all caffeine really does is take that and then use it in a short amount of time. So instead of you having your energy throughout the day like you naturally would, what caffeine does, it takes that and uses it in a short amount of time. That's why a lot of times you'll be like, I can conquer the world. And then 5 hours later, like, oh, sleeping. I'm so sleepy. Tired, exhausted. That's basically what caffeine does. It's using what you already have in your body. It's taking the energy that you have, using it really fast, and then you have nothing left to give. And that's why you crash and burn and need cut number 2 after 3 hours. A good example of this is having a lot of money. Like say someone's gonna give you $5 million, right? Having caffeine is saying giving it to you all at once and then you spend it all at once. And then you're like, I'm broke now on day 2, right? But you were already gonna have that money. Thinking about if you didn't have caffeine, what your body naturally would have done is spent that money over a period of time and you wouldn't feel broke in 2 days. I don't know if that was a bad example, but that's all I got. I'm just giving you examples that work for me. Hopefully that'll make you more confused. All right, well, how do you find out if you're addicted to coffee? This is not a very complex way to find out. Just self-reflect. Think about yourself. When you wake up in the morning, how long are you awake before you have your cup of coffee? Is it 30 minutes? 10 minutes? Are you not even awake and you're walking with your eyes closed to the coffee, not saying a word until you take that first sip? That used to be me. I literally would wake up at 5, be at work by 7, and would not talk to a single person don't talk to me until I had my first cup of coffee. And I had 3 a day. And coffee is delicious and I loved it, but I literally was not a nice person. I didn't feel like myself without it. I like to call coffee or just caffeine an adult bottle, right? Think about a baby. They cry, and they're just like, man, they want my bottle. And then when you give them the bottle, they're just like, yeah, bottle time. I'm happy. As adults, are we not the same? You literally aren't a very nice person until you have that first cup of coffee and then you're like, I got you. I'll do that task. I'm going there. I'm driving. I'm at the party. I don't know why. Yes, we literally at some point, some of y'all be drinking coffee before you go out because you're getting old and you tired. You ain't had it like you used to. So yes, if you're addicted to coffee, if you literally have to have it before the first hour of waking up. If you're having more than 1 cup of coffee a day, you're addicted to caffeine. You're addicted to coffee. If you are using it not to just give you that extra boost, but you literally need it to survive on a daily basis, you're addicted to coffee. If the thought of having decaf is like, but why? You're addicted to coffee because you want the caffeine. Some people like to say, I just like the taste of coffee, right? I just like the taste of it. Well, then why don't you try decaf? It's that caffeine, huh? Then you're addicted to coffee. Just plain and simple, right? It's not that complex. If those categories fit you, plain and simple, if you're honest with yourself, you're addicted to coffee. And it's okay. Nothing's wrong with that. But if you want to be a little bit more in control of your body, a little bit more control of yourself and be yourself still without it, I got you. What is the process like of a coffee detox? Now, I can go on and make this long explanation, but let's keep it short and simple. I'll tell you what I did and how it worked for me, and then maybe it will work for you as well. Okay, so what I did was I was having 3 cups of coffee a day. Didn't want to talk to anybody until after the first cup. And I mean, I was living my best life though. I was accomplishing things. I was doing things. But I realized like, without it, I wasn't a nice person. Like I needed it. I absolutely needed it. And when I realized I needed something and I couldn't be myself without it, then that's how I always self-evaluate if I have a problem. So basically what I did is, my first step was like, okay, I'm gonna have the shakes and I might have a nervous breakdown and I might get fired if I just go straight cold turkey, because it's like a drug. It's intense. You know what I mean? So what I did was I first was like, okay, I was having it at least minimum 6 days a week. On Sunday, I didn't really need the coffee because I would just go to church and nap all day. That's all you do. Church, nap, eat, church, nap, eat. So I was having it 6 days a week, but I absolutely needed it to work. So what I did was I started to dilute my coffee. I used to put sugar, cream, more cream in my coffee. So instead of cream, I started to put, half almond milk and half coffee. So it was like not really a full cup of coffee, and I would still have my 3, like I'm still having 3 cups, but instead of cream, I replaced my cream with almond milk. Then after the almond milk, then I replaced it with, I used to do original almond milk, then I started using vanilla almond milk and no sugar. So now I'm taking away less sugar, I'm taking away less caffeine. Then instead of 3 cups, I went down to 2 cups, and then I went down to 1 cup a day with just almond milk and coffee. In case you're wondering how long this process is, it's gonna be different for everybody. Start just listening to your body, knowing, like, try to just, do what you normally do, and then pull back every other day, every few days, pull back a little bit, right? And then once I was down to 1 cup of coffee a day, half almond milk, then I was like, okay, what are my longest days of life? What are the days where I absolutely need to have these cups? It was more like just every other day. I didn't really have a chaotic schedule like I have it now. It was a little bit more consistent. So I decided Monday, Wednesday, Friday were gonna be my coffee days. Every other day, I could do this. So then I started doing that. And the days where I was like, but I really want coffee, I replaced it with something. So don't just have nothing replaced with something. Maybe eat food that was going to give me energy. Maybe I'm not having pastas. Maybe I was eating more food that was giving me energy. There's another energy drink that's more natural based called Celsius. So when I wasn't having the coffee, because I specifically wanted coffee, I would have a Celsius and I put a lot of ice in it. So it kind of diluted a little bit. It's another caffeine thing. So I was still kind of having caffeine every day. Then I went down to 2 days a week. My longest days were Tuesday, Thursday, and I literally also needed people to hold me accountable. There was one point when I was a nanny for a little bit, and I told the little kids, I was like, just, you share stuff with kids, like, oh, I'm only having coffee Tuesdays and Thursdays. Best believe if it was Wednesday and I had coffee, I remember, shout out to Sienna, she was like, excuse me, it's not Tuesday or Thursday. Are you having coffee? And I was like, it's grown people business, mind your business. And like literally have people hold you accountable, because you literally, the same people that are like, hey, I'm going to Starbucks, you want something? The people that know you order coffee all the time, have those same people hold you accountable when you're like trying to reel it back, trying to be good, or else they're going to tempt you and you're going to order that drink. Replace your Starbucks order. If you feel left out, get a Spanish egg white feta, eat some food. Sometimes you're dehydrated and just not nourished and you don't technically need caffeine specifically. So once I was down to 2 days a week, I literally also incorporated naps. Now, if you're not a big napper, now is the time to start napping. Because think about it, you could either take an hour nap, 45-minute nap, which is healthy for you, your body needs to rest, or you can do something that's not as healthy and try to just trigger all the energy real fast, and then you're gonna crash, and then you're gonna wanna go sleep early, and then you're not gonna get anything done. So try to incorporate maybe in the middle of the day, maybe if you take an hour lunch break, 30 of those minutes, just take a quick nap and then eat for the other 30 minutes. Naps are good. You can look up people like Albert Einstein and all those people that literally were geniuses. They literally were huge advocates of naps. I mean, how do you think little kids grow? They gotta take naps. As adults, we need to take naps too. So I started incorporating just when I could, a nap, and those are the middle of the day. If you sleep and take a nap after 4, it's just called bedtime, really. Just go to bed, just go to sleep. But try to do it before your nap is somewhere earlier in the day, sometime before 4 o'clock. So now, where am I now? Now I literally, drink coffee maybe twice a week for my longest days. Sometimes I have like 16-hour days, 14-hour days. And if I'm driving, I tend to fall asleep at the wheel if I don't. So those will be my 2 days, maybe 3 days max where I'm having caffeine. And I kid you not, I will have half a cup of coffee and I'll be like, I can conquer the world and drive to San Francisco and back from San Diego in no time. I'll be up till 4 a.m. Literally, caffeine actually has an effect on me. You used to take 3 cups of coffee, and now it only takes half a cup of coffee to get me off the roof energy, right? So you're saving money. You're not buying 3 cups of coffee or making 3 cups of coffee. Caffeine's actually being used proficiently. You're actually using the caffeine and you have more energy with less amount, and you're not needing it, right? You're more in control of your body. We should really be in control of our bodies, guys. Caffeine, coffee should not be in control of us. You know, it's kind of delicious. You know what I mean? So that's it. That's all I have to say. But remember, coffee is not bad. It's pretty delicious, but you want to be in control of your caffeine. Ooh, that's a new word. You want to be in control of your coffee and caffeine intake, and you don't want to be reliant upon it, and you don't want to not be yourself without it. So that's all I got to say till today. If you guys have any more questions, comment below. If you're like, how do I get started? If you want more specifics about my journey, how long it took me, if you're going through it and you're like, help, I am more than happy to help you out, and we can figure this out together, because I mean, it ain't no joke. It's literally, as human beings, as adults, it's become our adult bottle. So comment below. I will either make another video about specifically just being in control of your body on caffeine, or another video about intermittent fasting. Which one do you want? Comment below and let me know. Don't miss my videos. I am back at it every Friday, every week. Get the bell and make sure that you don't miss a notification. And I have so much energy, and I haven't had caffeine. Like today, I haven't had caffeine in about 5 days, and I forget about it, right? Because it's like I'm actually living my life. Naps are king, and coffee actually has an effect on me. So I didn't know this part of me existed. It could be you too. I have lots of energy. I'm telling you, I have lots of energy, and I yell and I'm crazy and jumping and excited at 6 o'clock in the morning without even having coffee the entire day. It could be you too. Are you excited? Yeah, you are. All right, that's all I got for you. Until next week, you know the motto: peace, love, and balance. If you don't know the motto, now you do. Why am I sweating under my thighs? Coffee is amazing. Yes, it is, but I don't need you.